You can introduce yourself if you like to, and just start at the very beginning. What year you got into veganism, how you got into it, and then just what happened.
I'm 30 years old. I'm living in UK at the moment. Originally came from Italy, and I was vegan because it's like 1 week that I quit, and I'm already feel much better. And I really need to thank you and all the people that you interview, because it was like, okay, a massive change for me, and yeah, waking up basically. So I started in 2013. I was vegetarian when I was in my teens, and I had problems for that. So I quit. I eat meat again, and then I don't know how I start again with this crazy diet. Going back to that kind of, care for animals, basically, which is like, if I thinking back now, it's very stupid because we are all in this part of the chain, basically. In Italy, you don't have too much resources about veganism. So I just enjoyed this group on Facebook, a local group. And in few months, I had like already my problems with cholesterol first. So my cholesterol went so high because, of course, you start to eating all the junk vegan foods in the beginning, okay? And second, because in this group, all the people was like, how can I say that? Very competitive to each others. So you're not vegan enough because if you buy that brand, they're using animal products in some of the parts of the machinery in the fabric that they use, like crazy stuff. So I used to call them the Nazi vegans,
Right.
like very obsessed with everything, and especially with kids as well. So they just starving their kids, basically. And I have a 6 years old too, and I never push him to that kind of diet because, yeah, it's his choice, not my choice, like religions and everything in life. In few months, I just skipped to raw vegan because all of this like pressure and all of these problems with my cholesterol. At the time, I was thinking, oh yeah, it's a healthy way to do veganism. And of course, I start to crashing. Like first thing, my energy was like underneath my feet, and I needed like taking naps during the day, uh, and my mood started to swing a lot. And of course, brain fog, which is something that I need to work still, basically, because my memory went like, I start to forget everything. Everything. It was like crazy going to the food store like 2 times a day because in the first place I forget something and everything, and yeah. Right. I start to like mouth ulcers, bloating a lot, and all kind of infections, basically. So just my immune system went downhill with me as well. Of course, you're losing a lot of weight, but you are like very, I don't know, in this frame of mind that you don't see, basically. It's like, I don't know, anorexic state of mind. You're afraid of everything, like you just want to eat your fresh fruit and that's it, and everything else, even I don't know, oil, it's dangerous, and yeah, and the sensation was like living outside my body, because of course I just dropped so much weight that, can you imagine, like it's just like being anorexic, and in the first place you have like a honeymoon. It's strange. But I suppose it's just like the toxin part of the processed food you had. So of course you're feeling better eating something that is more like fresh and organic. And yeah, and you drop a lot of weight in the beginning because of course your stomach is not big enough to hold like 10 bananas in a smoothie. So you have like one banana and two zucchini and things like that. And after like, let's say 6 months, you start to want more. So you increasing your rates of fruit and veggies, and of course, all the fibers you can handle. So you start bloating, have diarrhea, and lots of.
The honeymoon phase, which vegans experience, it's actually because they eat themselves in the first few months. That's why they lose weight. So it's
Yeah,
technically cannibalism. They're
yeah,
eating raw
yeah,
meat and fat. So
yeah,
when they lose all of the weight, then they start wanting to eat more. Yeah.
yeah. And you have always craving about something like peanuts or almonds. It's the protein that you really miss, you know? And I remember that I used like, craving so much that the sensation was like, I need to eat something, and which was meat, basically, you know? And thinking now it's crazy. And I had like a massive infection, and of course they give me antibiotics, and I drop weight for that as well. And I was like horrific. And then I meet my husband, which is like a proper carnivore. He don't do any kind of veggies, and he's like 56 years old, okay, and he's looking stunning, and he never had health issues. So, and he's always saying to me like, maybe I know your ethics, but you really need to, you know, try a little bit of meat. And I said, no, 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 no. Then I start to feeling all my muscles like disappearing, basically. And so I moved to UK, and it was like, that's why I just like start to save myself, basically, because here you can cope with raw veganism. You need to eat like potatoes and cooked stuff. So, you know, it helps a little bit. I was like such a mess. So can you imagine having like sometimes rice and nuts and, curry and things like that. Something is something inside your body. And I came here and I completely crashed anyway, because I spent like 1.5 years doing blood tests and stool tests, and every time my levels of B12 was down and my iron as well. And, they give you pills. And if you take in iron tablets, you know that you get constipated, that you like feeling like shit because you have rashes on your body. And yeah, it was awful. But they managed to take me back to normal levels. Then I
Did you
started,
take B12 supplements before it went low?
no,
After,
no.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it was like pretty damaged with B12 as well. And then I start to have nausea, bloating, excruciating pain on the stomach, and they diagnosed me with IBS. So my entire digestive system was all over the places. And it's okay for just like, it's like a chronic disease, IBS. And they put me on this diet called low food map. Okay, for a vegan, it's such a problem because you just eat potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, and buttersquash. Fruit was like orange, grape, banana, but not ripe bananas, and some exotic fruit, which I don't remember because we don't have here. So can you imagine living with that? You must be crazy, girl. So I completely crash. I end up the on the line, you know, on the end of the rope completely. Few weeks ago, I had like a scan of my stomach and another test, and they found it out that I have this germ in my stomach, and so yeah, everything because the immune deficiency is just like down. And I find you on internet, and I start to spending hours, you know, on your interviews, and I see like this fil rouge, this common thread between us, and I say, okay, now it's time. So first thing that I've done, of course, is eggs, then fish, and then I was just like craving red meat, so I buy this big steak, and oh my goodness, was like, I'm back on life again. So I'm still struggling because I'm on 2 different types of antibiotics. As you can see me, I'm looking like shite, but I'm feeling like much better. I can go with my boy in school or in the park, have fun, you know, driving my bicycle, which was impossible for me. It was impossible do lots of stuff, like go walking, example. I was like so tired that I spent all day closing in my home. And of course, my brain didn't work as well, you know, because your mood's like you get depressed, basically. So yeah, that's my story. And I'm just like proud because I never forced my kid to do that. And I've never been like a, you know, a vegan preacher, which are like, with vegan preachers, and a vegan Nazi is like the worst part of the entire community. And yeah, I'm really scared for the new generation, like teenagers as well, because you have like lots of YouTubers that, you know, they're preaching shit, basically, like Fully Raw Christina. It's the funniest one at the moment.
Did you ever hear any stories from vegan parents about their kids? Anything that happened, or? Because in Italy, they don't like it when parents put their kids on vegan diets.
Yeah. It's like pretty tough be vegan in Italy, but it's like a cult, basically. They just like meet and stay closer. So you see like these kids, like they're looking like ghosts. They always unhealthy. They always have some kind of problem, skin, or, you know, it's awful. It's awful. Because I mean, like, you can play with your life, not with someone else's life, especially your kids, you know. So if you see like all these things, especially like they don't have like too much hair, you can see them, you know. So yeah.
Right, they should give them a choice. They should
Yeah.
give them meat and veggies and see what they choose.
Everything, you know, a balanced diet. And then, you know, when they are old enough, they can go on their way, but you cannot force.
So what do you think is the future of veganism then? What's going to happen?
The future is already here because it's like a big business, okay? Because if you take all the junk food that they have now in the supermarket, it's unbelievable. It's everywhere. Like, and if you think it's made like with chickpeas, which are so cheap, and you pay for a sausage, vegan sausage, like 3 times more than a normal one, it's something that, you know, it's like a trick that they're doing now. And of course, yeah, they want to put you down basically because you're dying on this diet. And yeah, I don't believe it's like somebody say, oh no, it's good for me. Yeah, just wait and see, you know.
Did you have any other health problems? Anything with your teeth, for example? Or...
Yeah, teeth. I was like constantly my dentist. I spent so much money. Then I started losing my hair as well. But everybody told you, it's just like the detoxification part, you know, and then your vegan hair will grow
Oh,
again, like beautifully. And it's like, no,
vegan
my
hair.
knees, they are like, you know, they melting away. And yeah, all the pain in my joints, muscles. Then you get like weak bladder as well.
Mhm.
So diarrhea constantly, gas, which is like insane.
Mm.
And in the end, the craziest stuff was like you stop drinking water.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, maybe because all the water in the fruit and the veggies. And I start to sweating a lot. And I suppose it's like some kind of close to diabetes kind of stuff. All the sugars in the fruit and all the carbs, basically.
Do you know what happened to any of your friends? Did you have any vegan friends? Are they still vegan?
Yeah, here in town, yeah. And they already quit.
Oh, okay.
After like years, like, yeah, because it's very, like, this town is very like hippie. Everybody's into healings, Reiki, tarot. They are all vegetarians and yeah, organic food anyway. So yeah,
Mm.
most of them, they running away.
Mm. The whole raw vegan community, they didn't never told you to take supplements or anything like that because it was all about being natural, so to speak.
Yeah, it's
Right.
all been natural, basically. And I don't trust anyway.
Did you believe that humans are herbivores, essentially?
Oh, I believe we are free,
Free.
free to eat whenever we want, you know,
Ah, okay.
in balance. And yeah, now I believe we're carnivores.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah.
Hmm. Do you regret going vegan, or do you just see it as an experience in life?
Okay, I regret. I regret because I have so many health issues at the moment. Yeah, I hate taking meds, and they put me on two different biotics and a protective thing for my stomach as well. And yeah,
Hmm.
it was a hell of a journey.
Hmm.
I'm feeling always, you know, like this care for animals and everything. So the first time that I eat again, meat, oh, it's better say animal products because yeah, it was eggs. You feel like brutal, but hey, man, I'm alive now, you know, and slowly even my brain start to
Hmm.
be alive again.
Hmm.
So I really need to thank you and all the ex-vegans.
Hmm. Anything else you would like to add? Anything you experienced at the time? Anything noteworthy? Or anything special you would like to say to any vegans who are watching who are still
Yeah,
vegan?
yeah. Trust your sensations in your body and don't follow anybody. No vegan friendly doctor, especially people on YouTube, because they are going downhill with us as well.
Hmm.
As you can see, lots of YouTubers, vegans YouTubers now have like this video. Oh, now I'm starting to eat in fish and meat again and regret everything. And the only healthy vegans that I know are the vegans that they are cheating.
Do you know of any vegans who cheated?
Oh yeah, like I have like few couple of Italian friends who like preaching, okay, and behind the scene they having pizza with mozzarella or oh I forget my soya milk. Let's have a coffee with normal milk, you know.
Hmm.
So and you telling me that I'm not vegan enough? So you know, it's just like they put this mask because if you stay in you stick with that diet, it's like ethical and diet, they go in together, you know.
Hmm.
So they think that they're doing something bad if they came out with the truth, but it's not because we we experiment on ourselves, you know, and we really need to come out and tell the truth about, and so people can stay healthy, you know.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you so much for your service because it's like, yeah, it's good. So keep doing that.
Okay.